And Watson, overall, looked pretty darn good. I almost went higher register. Well, I mean, it wasn't perfect.
Wasn't perfect.
He did, fumble on a second quarter drive. The 10 points the Browns put up were both on drives, the touchdown and the field goal on drives that Watson was quarterbacking. Casey Concepcion ran one in, giving you an idea of how Monken can use some of his latest rookie weapons. Last year's rookie weapons are now second-year players, and all the Browns have got to do is get some quality quarterback play, and they can make some hay, and I'm just rhyming now. Yeah, I know. Myles Garrett's out here, but they got Jared Verse, and that young Turk, that young Squire, is going to want to prove to a bunch of people that the thing that he does is sack quarterbacks, and he wants to be a leader here. All we got to do, Cleveland Browns fans, is get some quality quarterback play, and they can really be a sleeper team in 2026 for real. The question is the quarterback play going to be average or above average? And I'll say Deshaun Watson is going to have the thumb on the scale for him because of how much money they've put into him and how much capital, blood, sweat, and tears have gone into waiting for him to be healthy and full, mature, and clear of all his past and his problems, and just focusing on playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, which he did to the tune, let me get this correct, of 11 for 14. 11 for 15, 126 yards and 2 scoring drives. Todd Monken said it was awesome to watch.
How did you think Deshaun Watson did in his half of football?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was so cool to watch him play. I mean, I get all of the frustration by fans, himself, but for him to come back and work like he did is an unbelievable credit to him. And then to go out there, he was having fun today. And that is so cool. And I thought he really functioned at a high level. Certainly, we don't want to be taking timeouts. We sure as heck can't take delay of games, okay? But it was fun watching him play and watching us put the next step forward and see where we're at.
And Watson, for his own right, stepped to the podium and talked about his journey to get to this point. And he was asked, hey, coach said it looked like you were having fun out there. Can you confirm?
Yeah. I mean, that's always been my mentality. So I don't think that's anything that I doubt into myself. That's the reason why I work hard these last 2 years, to get back to that. Had some challenges with some injuries and suspension, and now being able to get a full off season and continue to work my way back up. It takes time, but at the same time, I don't doubt myself in any way that I can't play at a high level.
He turns 31 on the 14th of September. So in between weeks 1 and 2, he will be just a 31-year-old quarterback with not a lot of gameplay from ages 27 through 31,
right?
And so that's the question: is can he get back to the Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, the one that the Browns said, we'll take you even with a suspension coming. We'll take you even with all that baggage that led to the suspension and all the negativity and all the awfulness that we read about what he did back in the day, and that he is now soon to be a 31-year-old guy who's turned his life around, we hope, and playing free and playing fun. And with all that experience and with all that capital in him, Shedeur can't be airmailing passes, dropping footballs. He did make some good throws, as is his wont, and then he showed up at the podium or his press conference afterwards in front of the media with a smile on his face, because that's who he is. But he's got to kind of play perfect. He's got to practice perfectly, and his next preseason start better go gangbusters, because I don't know. I always thought there was a thumb on the scale, and when the Cleveland Browns are opening up their season at Jacksonville and then at Tampa, where Baker's going to be gunning for whoever is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like they're going to want a more veteran, steady hand just to see what they have and who they have in Watson. May not be popular in Cleveland, but I've always thought that, even though I cape for Shedeur best I can because I believe in him, and obviously I love the Sanders family. Monken had this to say afterwards about where the quarterback competition goes from here.
Well, when we practice against Buffalo, we will give both of the quarterbacks opportunities with the ones against the Bills. Shedeur will start against the Bills. Deshaun will play in the third quarter, and Dylan play in the fourth. So it just flipped.
Yep, there you go. So it's going to be, I guess, fair. Deshaun Watson in the third quarter against maybe second stringers for the Bills is going to look good. Let's be honest.
Better.
All he's got to do is just, be efficient, run the offense. And Shedeur's that's going to be a massive first half for him. And it may not be enough. But Monken's going to just continue this thing deep into the summer. And then we'll see what happens. Because at some point, I don't think Monken's going to play this thing all the way out and leave Jacksonville guessing who's going to be the starting quarterback. I think he's going to want the reps to go specifically to somebody, just like Kevin O'Connell made that decision even before.
Browns fans, let me throw one dangerous question into this quarterback battle. What if Cleveland eventually decides the winner between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders deserves one more proven weapon, picks up the phone, and asks Los Angeles the question nobody expects? What would it take to get Davante Adams? Now, hold on, because we are not reporting a trade. Adams is a Los Angeles Ram, he is practicing with that team, and there is no confirmed Browns negotiation happening right now. But if Los Angeles ever changes direction, if the price becomes realistic, or if something unexpected happens before the deadline, Andrew Berry better know exactly what that phone call costs. Because listen to what we just heard about Cleveland. This team may not need superstar quarterback play to become dangerous. The argument was that if the Browns simply get quality, average to above average play at quarterback, they could become a legitimate sleeper. Well, one way to make average quarterback play look a whole lot better? Put Davante Adams on the field. This man just led the NFL with 14 receiving touchdowns. 14! At this stage of his career, he is still one of the nastiest red zone route runners in football. His releases are ridiculous, his body control is elite, and when the field gets compressed near the goal line, he understands leverage better than almost anybody. Now imagine whoever wins QB1 looking outside and seeing Jerry Jeudy, Casey Concepcion moving around the formation, Denzel Boston developing into that big-bodied target, and Davante Adams standing across from a corner who knows exactly what is coming and still cannot stop it. Man, that changes things. And this is where the Watson-Shedeur conversation gets interesting. Watson just had a strong preseason showing. The offense produced points with him. Todd Monken praised how he operated. Shedeur gets his chance next, and that Buffalo start is going to be massive. Good, let them fight for it. Let the best quarterback win. But whichever man walks out of this competition as QB1 should not have to play superhero football every Sunday. Give him answers. Give him receivers who separate. Give him somebody he can trust on 3rd and 7 when the defense knows the ball is coming his way. Adams has spent years being that guy. But here's the part where Andrew Berry has to stay disciplined. I am not giving Los Angeles some ridiculous premium package for a veteran receiver just because the name sounds incredible. Cleveland already spent real draft capital building this receiver room. Concepcion is part of the future. Boston is part of the future. Those guys need targets and development. So if the Rams want a massive return, thank them and hang up. But if circumstances change and Adams becomes available for a manageable pick, brother, now we are talking. Because you are not bringing him here to replace Cleveland's future. You are bringing him here to accelerate it. Imagine what Concepcion in Boston could learn every single day from one of the best technicians of this generation. Imagine defensive coordinators deciding whether to roll coverage toward Adams while Jeudy and those young receivers attack somewhere else. Suddenly, Todd Monken has options everywhere. And remember what that clip said. Cleveland can be a sleeper if the quarterback play is good enough. That is exactly why a move like this would be fascinating. The Browns already have young talent, they are building a new identity, they do not need to panic. but smart teams understand when a veteran difference maker can turn potential into immediate pressure on the rest of the conference. Davante Adams is not available today, and nobody should pretend otherwise. But if that door ever cracks open, Andrew Berry should at least be standing close enough to hear it. Dawg Pound, I want your answer. If the Rams ever made Davante Adams available for a reasonable trade price, would you bring him to Cleveland, or would you keep every target focused on Judy, Concepcion, and Boston? And who would Adams help more right now, Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in, because if Cleveland gets the quarterback decision right and keeps adding the right pieces around him, this sleeper talk could become real a lot faster than people think.